because she had one of those roast beef coochie. You down with a threesome? Getting her cheeks smashed to smithereens. And I got to sit here and listen to this shit. Nothing, what's up, daddy? Am I gonna be able to show up and, compete with these college girls? Like, he's gonna be messing with these. They just trying to get a piece of ass. That was my high school sweetheart. He used to love me like sweethearts. Y'all, she is sucking up this man like I ain't never saw somebody sucking up somebody before. But I'm Hey guys, hey, thank you for tuning in with the Real Mina Millions. This is the Real with Mina, and we are back. So y'all, today we back with another story time. I do apologize, y'all, that y'all have to see the same hairstyle, a lot of the same either work clothes or just plain shirts that I have on, because I am maneuvering and doing things and getting my life back in order. So I do sincerely apologize, but I will be back on here all dolled up the first of the year and all of that. I did a lot of pre-recording, so a lot of things y'all are going to see that are just repetitive. So it is what it is. But anyways, I think the only thing that matters is that y'all get these stories and y'all get this content, and it just make it do what it do, right? So this story time, y'all, I'm going to tell y'all about. I'm going to introduce y'all to a new person. So we're going to call him, I already got his name and everything worked out. We're going to call him Sammy. If y'all don't know who Sammy is, the singer, I'm going with that name because that's who he looked like. Our entire, school, going through high school and everything, everybody just thought he just looked like Sammy, resembled Lil Corey, things like that or whatever. And he was just so handsome, so chocolate and handsome, and just cute ass smile. I thought about this person because my sister is close with his little sister, and me and him that was my high school sweetheart. He used to love me like sweethearts. He is deceased, so I just thought about him, and I thought about all the funny times, we really was crazy. We was really doing some stuff that we had no business doing. We was in high school. So, Sammy was older than me, y'all. Sammy was older than me. When I got to high school, I was just this shy, timid girl. I used to always just wear my hair like a ponytail. Not really do nothing, do nothing with myself. Didn't really care about fashion. None of that. I just wanted to go to school, get the day over, and go back home. That was my life. And then when you grow, I grew up in a big family, so I don't know, I'm the oldest girl out of all my sisters, and I grew up with a bunch of boys, so I was so tomboyish that it was just clothes and styling and dressing and all that was not important to me at all. It was just whatever, it's just clothes. I didn't care. My mom could have bought me something from anywhere. I would put it on and just go. Long as it's clean and it looked decent and my hair is in a decent enough ponytail, I'm good to go. I was not one of them girls that accessorized everything. Had this and that to go with this and that. That was not something. That was not me. That was not what I had. That was not what I had going on. So, Sammy, I almost called him his real name. Yeah, Sammy, I don't know, I guess as I got older, when I got in 10th grade, my sophomore year, that's when I started, really realizing, my body was just that. I had a B-cup size chest. Let me just give y'all a picture. I had, a B-cup size chest. My stomach was flat, arms was small, and then I just had this huge ass. So you can just imagine, this huge ass on this little petite body with no waist. I literally... Keisha Kior be what waist? You know what I'm saying? My waist was like that. I'm going to try to find a picture, but y'all don't hold me to it. I'm going to try. And it was just, I started getting into myself a little bit more, falling in love with my body. Because all the guys in high school would be oh my God, her ass so big. Da, 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 da. So to me, I'm oh, they paying me attention. So I got attention in middle school, but I mean, that's middle school. I feel like all boys in middle school is just hot and horny and learning about sex and just wanting to try to see who can be the fast girl to get him some and all of this and that. So guys in middle school had liked me and gravitated towards me, and I have to tell a story about that too. I had 10 guys invite me to our 8th grade dance. I was not a fast girl at all. Promiscuous, yes. I was not sexually active or none of that, but it is what it is. So I did know Sammy from middle school. So anyways, back to high school. I started getting into my body, my looks, myself, and who I am, and started realizing like, okay, I'm growing here. I'm looking like this, and guys really are into me. Like guys that I am into are into me. So for me, that was just like a ding, like, wow, okay, this is what it feels like to like somebody and they like you back. Me not knowing any better, they just trying to get a piece of ass. They don't care if you like them back or not. They don't care. They not trying to make you their girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, okay, cool. Sammy and I started talking, and I don't know, like he would see me in school and he'd be like, "What's up, little mama? What's up with you?" and all this and that. I just be smiling like y'all know, like when the, like, oh my God. And I would tell my friends like, he's so handsome, and all the girls, like literally, he dated this popular ass girl. Like she was so popular. She did not go to the high school we went to. We went to a big ass high. The high school she went to was smaller, but she was popular because she was one of those girls like she was basically like a it girl. Like a lot of guys wanted her. She was very cute, very, you know, dressed nice, very pretty, nice, petite, big ass, all that. Like if you had a big ass back then, you were glorified. Like how everybody have a big ass now. That's why everybody's going to get BBLs, because if you had a big ass in middle school, high school, whatever, you were like top line. You know what I'm saying? So, and I know that from experience because that was my life. Like literally everything was your ass, your ass, your ass, your ass, your ass. And it's just like, okay, thank you, but I'm more than that. And that's another conversation for another day. It is hard to get away from that. Like once people sexualize you, it is so hard to get out of that image. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then also taking blame myself, just acting the way I'm acting because I'm like, oh, they into me, my ass, so now I gotta dress like this, I gotta look like this, trying to look like the video vixens, trying to look like the celebs, trying to look like the it people of the world. So you start dressing a certain way, and then you become what people think you are. You're just a sex symbol. You're just that, a good time. So anyways, me and Sammy started, we started chatting and stuff, and I got excited. So I was telling my mom about him, like, yeah, I like him and all of this and that. So this was like my first time talking to somebody who wanted to be a little bit more serious with me. At this point, I did lose my virginity, but I was not active, like messing with multiple people or nothing like that. Sammy was probably he was the third guy that I was intimate with like that. So, it was a lot of things that was new for me. So he was older than I was. So in like high school, we met up one time. Like I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I left school and Sammy had picked me up. Sammy had left school, so like he was a higher classman. So like the higher classmen, they could drive and they could leave and stuff like that. So I was a freshman at the time, and he basically, I think I was a freshman. Yeah, I was a freshman, y'all, when me and him started talking. Like the first time we did something. So I'm laughing. I can't, like, this is so crazy. I miss him. I do. Like, oh, y'all, that was my little boo. So I feel so bad talking about the deceased. Like, I feel like, is he gonna get me? I don't want him to get me. Like, oh my God, he might be laughing. He might be looking at me laughing. That's what we gonna say. He looking at me laughing, y'all. So, and he wouldn't mind if I had told this story. I don't think he probably would have been. I don't know. But anyways, so Sammy had picked me up. He was like, "I'm gonna come pick you up from school." He was like, "Make sure you when you leave your class, like my y'all rotating classes and stuff." So we had like small schools within our school, and you had like the health profession, the people who wanted to do tech in the future. Like it just had small schools that was kind of like introducing us to what we would experience in college. So Sammy was in his last year of school. He was a higher classman, and I was a freshman at the time. So he was just like, make sure like when you leave your third period class, like don't go in the building, like come to the parking lot and get in my car. So I was like, okay, cool. So I'm telling my homegirl at the time, I'm like, listen, I'm about to go with Sammy. He telling me to come with him, da 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 da. So when I got in the car with him, come to find out, one of his other homeboys had another girl that was a freshman just like me. And she came along too. So I felt better. I was like, okay, dang. Mind you, Sammy was so spoiled. Like his family had him spoiled. Sammy had his own house, car, all of that. He was not monitored, nothing. His mom and dad lived somewhere else, like across the county we lived in, and he lived in a whole nother area in their old house. Like they gave him the house, and he only thing he had to do was go to school, and he could keep the house. Like, you know what I'm saying, all of that stuff. So he was like, he was the it guy. Like, you know what I'm saying, all the guys gonna try to take females to his house. All the guys gonna do this because he had the most freedom, and he had a place for people to go and a car and all of that too. So it was just like a win-win. So Sammy basically, you know what I'm saying, we went to his house and did whatever. And that's how we got on our little, you know, little whatever we had going on. So it got to the point, like, I started talking to my parents, and I said, oh, I like him, da 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 da. So he started picking me up. My mom was like, okay, that's fine. Like, you can go with him, that, just be back home at a certain time. So, y'all, I'm just feeling like, what? Because my mama was strict. Like, my mama is a mama that don't play that. You ain't about to have no babies up in her house. You ain't bringing nobody to stay the night at her house. Like, my mama ain't play that. I rarely even had friends over because I had a lot of siblings and I had brothers. And my mom said she just never wanted a girl to be able to say, like, my brothers did anything to them or anything like that. And my mom was so particular about certain things that she just did not. Like, only one of my best friends when I was little, like, could stay at my house. Like, if you was a girl that my mom deemed fast, you was not staying at her house. Or I wasn't going to your house either. So, and if she didn't talk to your parents, and she if you got brothers, she'd be like, I don't care. She say, women touch women too, and things like that. She just was that mom. So when she let me went with Sammy, I was like, okay. So then me and my best friend, who used to always be in my house, we started going with him late nights and stuff. Like, just leaving. Like, my mom would be sleeping or whatever, and we'll just leave in the middle of the night. So after high school, you know what I'm saying, we would just mess around a little few times, whatever, whatever. So then Sammy ended up going to college. We so good. Oh, y'all, this get good. This the good part. So this don't hold it to me. So Sammy, you know what I'm saying, he graduated and all this stuff like that. So I was kind of sad, and he was like, I don't want to, get in a relationship right now because I'm about to go to college, and I don't want to do nothing wrong and all of this and that. Like, I just want to be honest with you. I'm going to experience life and live. And I was like, I understand. And the girl, like, he was dealing with before me and him had messed around, like, they had broke up a while before me and him even got involved. And I was just, like, asking him, like, is it because, like, you not over your ex and blah, blah, blah. He was like, no, I'm going to college. And then at that time, like, when him and her broke up, she told him she was pregnant from him, and she had situation, a procedure. And then come to find out, like, when they broke up, she got with somebody else and had a baby just like that. So I feel like girls who do that, I'm like, they ain't never even was pregnant from this person. Like, I feel like it just be a ploy to make them feel some type of way. Like, yeah, I'm gonna always have a hold on him. Let me tell him this so he can always, So anyways, when Sammy went to college, you know, I was just like, got in my love feelings, listening to Nivea, love is always complicated, and all of this and that. So, you know, I'm just like, dang. So I'm talking to my friend at the time, my best friend. I'm like, yeah, he going to college, and I don't know. So I wasn't really talking or dealing with nobody else like that at school. So I was just like, you know, whatever. And I left it alone. So I'm just, if somebody come along, somebody come along. But it wasn't nothing like I was pursuing anybody, because I was just stuck on him. Like, you was like my first real situation where I'm going to your house and you picking me up and you're courting me. We're not in a relationship, but you're courting me. You're taking me places. You're doing things with me. Y'all know that feeling when you just got somebody that's just doing those type of things. It just make you feel good as a female. Like, okay, he liked me. Like, he's being seen with me. You know, and y'all, he had this little, I'm gonna say the car. He had this little Nissan Altima, and it was like an off purplish color that was given to him. And he used to have the speakers and everything, and then he used to pick me up, and we used to get the Four Locos, and me and my homegirl used to be throwing them back, and he used to be smoking his little tweeds, and we used to be riding, and I used to be in that passenger seat, like, yeah, like, drinking, throwing that Four Loco back, like, yeah, I'm with my man, I'm with my man. So y'all know, like, you just got that feeling. So like when he said he was going to college, I was sad. Y'all, I was real sad. So he went to college, and you know, I don't know, at the time, I did not know how college operate. Like, I just thought like he was gonna be gone for like a whole year, and I ain't gonna see him for a whole year or whatever. And he was like, we was on Instagram, you know, we was friends on social media and all this different stuff like that. And he basically was still like stuff, still talk to me and all that. I'm like, oh, he's still talking to me. I thought he was gonna go to college and act funny, you know, like he about to be with these grown, in my mind, I'm like, he about to be with these grown women. Yeah, I got a big ass, but they about to have boobs, and they about to do this and that, and you know, they just about to turn him every which way but loose. So that's me in my mind. Like, that's how I'm thinking about it. And I'm just sad, like, oh my God, like, how am I going to be able to show up and, you know, compete with these college girls? Like, he's going to be messing with these girls that's going to be getting degrees and this and that. And it's just like, I was so sad, y'all. I was heartbroken. So he was still like, if I post on Instagram, he'll be like, damn, miss you, this, and that. Like, I'm like, okay. Like, so the college girls ain't got nothing on me. So them college girls ain't got nothing on me. Oh, that's what you telling me. Like, that's, so, you know, I'm being very delulu. And he was just, you know, like boosting my little head up. So I just kind of like let it be what it was. And then he just shocked me. Like, I didn't know he was going to come home every weekend. So he started like coming home every weekend. And it was just like his first weekend coming home, he texted me and was like, what's up, little mama? Y'all, I thought that was so sexy. Oh my God, he said, what's up, little mama? I'm thirsty as a bitch. I'm nothing, what's up, daddy? So he'll be like, what you on? What you up to? And I'm like, oh, nothing, just laying down, chilling with my homegirl. He'll be like, oh, you trying to come? You trying to slide through if I come pick you up? So I'm like, hell yeah. So I would like jump up, and I told my homegirl, I said, listen, he home, like he on his way home, and he asking, do I want to come? I gotta go. She was like, okay, if you want to go, we can go. And I like, that was my dog. Anytime I was ready to do something I had no business doing, she was right there doing it with me. We gonna get in trouble together. We gonna make it work and do whatever we gotta do together. She was not gonna leave me by myself. That was my dog, okay? So he came and he picked me up. We went to his house. Y'all know, he like, but you want to drink? I got this. I got Hennessy. I got this. I can get y'all for a local if y'all want it. Blase, blase, blase. I'm like, okay. So, you know what I'm saying? We just drinking what he drinking on and all this stuff. Riding with him to his house. We get to his house. Boom, boom, bam, bam. Make it do what it do. Clap, cheeks. My homegirl just chilling. Like, I know she probably was like, this girl is really in here fucking. Like, she is really fucking in here right now. Getting her cheeks smashed to smithereens. And I got to sit here and listen to this shit. So, whatever. Somebody texted me, y'all. So she basically, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was my ride or die. That was my dog. My dog, we heard a lot, seen a lot, all of that. So me and him, finished doing what we doing, and we just laying there. He was like, you don't want to stay tonight, man? Your homegirl can stay too. Like, she can sleep on the couch. Da 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 da. So I'm like, no, I gotta go. Yeah, because I was so scared. Like, what if my mama wake up and see I'm not here? Like, I'm gonna get in trouble. So he was like, well, just stay for a little while, and then I'll take you home before it gets too early. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I mentioned it to her, and she was like, that's fine. So he didn't give her a little blanket. She on the couch and stuff. And I felt bad. I'm like, dang, my dog in here on her phone in there by herself. And now you got me laying up in this bed with you. And I was just like, oh, he just was holding me and stuff. And I was just, yeah, I felt so like, oh my God, like, this is the life. Like, this is for me. So me and Sammy, so after he didn't got, I guess he ain't drunk no more or whatever. So I'm like, okay. I gotta go, whatever. So it's like 4 something in the morning. So he was like, all right, I'll take y'all. So we got back. He dropped me off to where I had lived at the time. And he like, I'm gonna hit you up next weekend when I come home. Inside of me was screaming like, he about to clap these cheeks again. He is coming to see me again. He is coming to Pound Town. Pound Town. Me again. Like, he want to see me every weekend. So, like, literally every weekend he would come home. It was just crazy. So I was just like, why he keep doing this, but he don't want a girlfriend? And then I just be thinking like, I don't got no car. I don't got nothing to really show for it. Like, why he da-da-da-da. So, one weekend, he asked me, like, this was just out the blue. Like, we ain't had talked for a minute. So kind of like in between the weekends situation and stuff, I think he started feeling, and he kind of had to straighten up and fly right. So after he was getting his life together, I'm assuming because he got introduced to a lot of drugs and stuff like that, and when he went to college, and he kind of just was like, whatever. So he got introduced to a whole lot of stuff. When one weekend came and he was just like, what you got planned for this weekend? So I'm like, nothing, just the same old, whatever. And he was like, you want to come over? At this point, I had a car. Like, did I have a car? I did not have a car, y'all. Scratch that. At this point, he was just like, what I had planned and stuff like that. So I was like, nothing. So he was like, you down with a threesome? And I was like, that's cool. Like, I guess. And he was like, I got a girl. Like, she like girls. And she willing to do a threesome. If you down. He was like, I show her your pictures and everything. And she was like, you cute. And she'll do it. So I was like, okay. Y'all. Why did I sign up for this? Why? Did I sign up for this? So he come and he picked me up. So I didn't shave and got all my feminine stuff, got everything good to go, all of that, smelling like a snack, looking like a snack, everything. So he picked me up. When he picked me up, the girl was in the front seat of the car. So I didn't trip. I didn't trip. I didn't say I got in. And he was like, you can get in the front. He was like, she'll get in the back. You can get in the front. And I was like, no, it's fine. So we riding and everything. He just like, you all right? Like, you good? Like, I'm straight. I'm okay. So, like, as we get, like, driving to go to his house, y'all, I am contemplating. I'm getting to the point where I'm just like, yeah, I think I'm scared at this point. Like, I'm really scared. Like, I am just in my mind, like, what the fuck did I sign up for? So, and y'all know I'm a Scorpio. But when you inexperienced and you won't know what to expect, you gonna have all these crazy thoughts going through your head. I mean, like, the little people on my shoulders was just going back and forth at this point. So I'm looking, I'm like, okay, she cute, like she's a cute girl, and this, and that, or whatever. So we get to his house, like, this bitch is comfortable. Like, she didn't jump out the car. Like, she got her bags in there. She got stuff thrown all over the place in his bedroom. All of that. So I'm like, this must be his. She like, this is college. So this man is just like, yeah, right. So I'm like, yeah, I'm good. He was like, like she like girls more than she like dudes. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know I do me when I'm at school, man. Like, I don't want you to be mad with me and everything. I was just like delusional, crazy me. Okay, it's fine. Like, whatever you want, I'm down with it. Da 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 da. So this man takes pops a sweet tart, and I don't know what this is. So like, I'm in this, you know what I'm saying? I have family members that have been on drugs, used drugs, all that stuff. But for me, seeing somebody actually in my face doing this, like somebody that I'm about to do something with or be involved with, it's like, it's different from somebody smoking a cigarette or smoking tweeds or whatever. It's or drinking alcohol. This is something totally different. So he like using that, and I'm just like, dang, like, okay. So he was like, yeah, man, I gotta, I'm little, get my little nerves off, da 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 da. So it was his first time too. I don't know about the girl because the way she acted, like, it ain't been her first time. Like, so we all in the bedroom, and everything starting to happen with people starting to get busy. So she doing what she doing. Y'all, she is sucking up this man like I ain't never saw somebody sucking up somebody before. If that was a straw, she would, man, listen. So anyways, like, as she doing it, like, he can't get up. So I don't know if I can say on you say, so he can't like get up, y'all. So she's like, trying, like, she is going hard. Like, the way she was going, it was scaring me. If I was the dude, I don't know. She was going hard, and I don't know if she was kind of like in her mind, like, let me show up and show out. And then like they tried to start like bamming, and then he was trying to get me to do her, and I was just like, no. I'm looking at him, he looking at me, I'm like, so I'm like, so he just so I guess he felt like that was going to turn him on if I started doing something to her while she's doing something to him. I didn't know how all this so I'm just looking like, y'all, I was just, my eyes was just like, no. So I'm just like, so he was like, all right, man, dang. So I don't know if it was that he just, either they had already went and did what they did prior, and then he ended up getting too excited and taking that sweetheart and got to the point where he just could not stand at attention. And it was just like, oh my God, like in my mind, I'm just going back and forth in my mind. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all, like as a woman, that your first time experiencing that little jealousy kicking, you like, fuck. Like, to me, because I'm like, why she's so hard? Like, why is she doing this so much? Why she does, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, and then her being like a college girl, and then me still being in high school, and this man being there with convenience. And I'm here. It was just like, so y'all just be fucking all the time. Now you trying to get this to me, and you probably done told her like, yeah, like this is somebody I was just fucking with when I was in school. Like, she's down with whatever. You know, I don't know. So all these thoughts going in my head, and I'm just like not there. So he got up and he was like, man, he's like, I'm gonna eat some. He was like, I need to tone my high down. Like, I done took too much. I done got too high. And I'm sorry. Like, I hope y'all ain't mad with me. Like, because he could not stand that attention. So as he's cooking food, she goes in there like, yeah, like, what you about to cook? Da, da, da. She going in the refrigerator. Y'all, this girl didn't go and take a shower. All of that. Now, y'all, hear me out. The reason I did not want to do that to her was because she had one of those roast beef parts. And to me, that's not attractive. That's not sexy. I'm sorry if that's how yours look. Please forgive me. Don't be mad with me. Don't be on here like, oh, bitch, you think you are. No, I was not used to that. I've never seen that in my life. I have plenty of cousins, plenty of aunts, plenty of family members, and I have never seen a vagina look like roast beef and just meat hanging out. Like, I've never seen all of that loose skin and stuff like that. I didn't even know those type of things exist. So I was freaked out. Me being uneducated at the time. So after she like takes a shower and all this stuff like that, and he's in there cooking, I'm laying in the bed, and this girl just comes and like opens up my legs, and then she just started like going down on me, like doing what it do, making it do what it do, making an ocean flow. And I'm not gonna lie, like it gave me a feeling that I've never felt before, and I was just like, I was scared because I was like, do I like girls? Do I really like girls more? Like, is it that I wanted a girl to do this? Like, wow. Wow, a woman is doing that? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, for me, it was just a different experience. But leading up to it, y'all, it was so scary because I was just like, ain't no way. But I must say, that was an experience that took me to a whole different world and opened up my exploration. I know it might not be grammatically correct, but it started having me explore in different ways and be unsure of what I wanted. So after that, like he walking, he like, oh, like, okay, I see y'all. And like she started kissing me, so I started kissing her back, and that, you know, so we getting into it. Y'all, this man still could not stand at attention. And he felt so bad. He was like, man, maybe if I go to sleep for a little minute after I eat this food, like I might be able to this and that. So I was like, well, I'm gonna have to leave because I got stuff to do in the morning or whatever. And he was like, man, I don't want you to go. Like, can you just stay? I promise I'll make sure you back before you da 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 da. And I'm like, I don't know what to say. Like, I got stuff I need to do. Like, I told you I could come, but I needed to leave. And you was like, okay with that. So I was like, I'll see what I could do. So y'all, we literally like went to sleep. And this man is like sleeping in the back of the bed. I'm in the middle and she's in the front. And he's going to turn over, stick his man in me, and starts proceeding to do it. But you just said you couldn't stand up, but you're going to sit here and hit me from the back. You know what I'm saying? And you good. But there's like, when it was both of us, he could not stand at attention. So I don't know, like, I don't know. It just got to the point where it was just like super, super duper weird. And I was just like, why is he like this or whatever? And I didn't understand, like, ladies, gentlemen, stay off of them sweet tarts and them other things, them street stuff, because y'all don't know, like, in our mind, we be thinking some crazy, like, oh yeah, this ain't gonna ever happen again. I ain't never doing this again. Like, this, you might as well count me out. This is over. So, like, after that, like, we went to sleep for a little minute and then woke up and he took me home. And he got out of the car, and when he took me home, he was like, I'm sorry, man. Man, maybe we could try again and da 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 da. I was like, it's okay. I was like, you gave me what you wanted to give me, my love. Whatever. But I understand the experience didn't go as planned. I was like, but now you know your limits, so it is what it is. And she was like, okay, it was nice meeting you. And I was like, yeah, nice meeting you too. Gave her a hug and I left. But he dropped me off home and then they left. And then he like was hitting me up and was like, she really like you. She said that you really cool and you taste good and da 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 da, like all this extra stuff. And I was like, yeah, she cool. She cool too. She cute. Da 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 da. So I'm not gonna lie, I was still kind of a little salty because I felt like you it just be fucking her and effing her and effing her and effing her and doing whatever. And she probably do this with everybody. It ain't no telling. Because, like, people was calling her phone and she was on the phone with niggas and bitches and all kind of stuff, too. And it just was like, yeah, she's probably out there like that. So, after that, I didn't really talk to him no more after that. Like, I think that was my last time seeing him because it was so awkward and weird. Like, I got to the point where I was like, yeah, he's just living his life. Like, let me just go ahead and start living for me. And then later, I saw her and she was working at McDonald's. And I was at the window and she was like, wait, I know you. And I was like, you know me? And she was like, yeah. And she's like, Sammy. And I was like, uh-huh. And she was like, oh, we got unfinished business. But anyways, y'all, thank you for tuning in with your girl. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you like these story times, I really need y'all to engage. Like, comment, share. Make sure you watching the video all the way through. If there's any suggestions, y'all can give me suggestions. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. Please check the description box so that you can see my Amazon storefront, my Instagram, my Snap, my Facebook, my TikTok, all of that stuff. Anything I have new, anything that I need to post below, it will always be in the description box. I really need that engagement, guys. I have been posting videos and shorts to rock out for Vlogmas to grow my channel in both directions. So y'all, whatever you do, continue to support your girl, and those views and stuff add up. Also, those subscriptions, we at 420 subscribers. I need to get to 1,000. My goal right now is 500, and then we need to work on getting to 1,000 subs. So I'm gonna keep pushing and keep going. We're a year in, and let's keep rocking. I love y'all, and I love everybody who do support me in a positive way. Mwah.